Today, as we live in an unprecedented time in history, we are faced with a deluge of information from a long list of sources. Therefore, to help you stay abreast of all the relevant information in a quick and condensed format, La Martiniere Girls College brings to you a weekly dose of knowledge and current affairs especially curated for students. So, welcome to our channel. We hope you enjoy it.
Presenting before you the national news. The headlines for today are: Flying Bullets becomes second squadron of the IAF to operate LCA. Indo-American couple develop low-cost ventilators. Labor law representation. The news in detail is as follows. Indian Air Chief Marshal RKS Bhadauria flew the Light Combat Aircraft LCA Tejas fighter on Wednesday, 27th May. With this, the Air Chief operationalized the 18th Squadron Flying Bullets of the Indian Air Force, which became the second squadron of the IAF to wield the indigenous Light Combat Aircraft LCA. Formed on 15 April 1965 with the motto Tivra or Nirbhaya, swift and fearless. The Flying Bullets actively participated in the 1971 Kargil War and received the President's Standard in 2016. Indian origin Devesh Ranjan, a professor, and his wife Kumuda Ranjan, a physician in Atlanta, USA, invented an emergency ventilator in lieu of the increasing worry over the scarcity of sufficient ventilators during the coronavirus pandemic. The Indo-American couple came up with a low-cost, portable, emergency ventilator which will soon hit the production stage and will be available to the developing world at an affordable rate to help the doctors handle the COVID-19 patients. On 14th May 2020, a team of 10 central trade unions wrote to the ILO, International Labour Organization in Geneva, requesting for its mediation to safeguard workers' rights and international labour standards. Following some Indian states' decision of either suspension of a number of labour laws for a duration of 2 to 3 years or modifying them in favour of the industrial sector due to the COVID-19 pandemic. In response to the union on May 22nd, the chief of the Freedom of the Association branch of the ILO assured them that the ILO Director General had immediately intervened as per their plea.
Now some news on the environment. Cyclone Amphan wipes off botanic life. On Wednesday, 28th of May 2020, the ancient Acharya Jagdish Chandra Bose Indian Botanic Garden in Howrah fell prey to Cyclone Amphan, suffering the loss of about 1,000 trees, inclusive of rare species like the Kalp Vriksha and the Para rubber tree, among many. Nearly 5,000 trees are said to have been uprooted due to Cyclone Amphan. Here are the headlines for international news. WHO pauses trial of hydroxychloroquine for COVID-19 as a precautionary measure. Marie Coll, France's first transgender mayor. Now the details.
The executive group has implemented a temporary pause of the hydroxychloroquine arm within the Solidarity trial while the safety data is reviewed by the Data Safety Monitoring Board.
The World Health Organization momentarily put the clinical trials of hydroxychloroquine as a prospective treatment for COVID-19 being conducted across the world on hiatus as a precaution. The resolution came into being following the publication of a study the previous week in The Lancet, stating that the use of the drug on COVID-19 patients could increase their likelihood of dying. On winning the election in her local commune, Marie Coux became the first openly transgender mayor in France. The 55-year-old new French mayor said that she won the majority not because of her gender, but because the people recognized her aspirations to build sustainable agriculture along with the local economy while preserving the environment.
Science news of the week. Indian cosmonauts resume training for Gaganyaan mission. The 4 Indian Air Force fighter pilots shortlisted for Gaganyaan, India's first manned space mission, have resumed their training in Russia after it was put on hold since March due to the COVID-19 scare. They are currently under training in Moscow. Using drones and thermal imaging to monitor explosive volcanoes. The imaging of active volcanoes has so far been a great challenge in volcanology, which is the scientific study of volcanoes. However, the researchers in Potsdam have started using drones equipped with optical and thermal imaging cameras to observe the lava dome, a vicious plug of lava. Using a special computer algorithm, the researchers obtained a 3D topography and temperature model of the volcano with a resolution of only a few centimeters. Vast mineral deposits in the Atacama Desert seen from space. The Atacama is considered one of the driest places on Earth. There are some parts of the desert where rainfall has never been recorded. As the Copernicus Sentinel-2 mission takes us over part of Chile's Atacama Desert, some of the largest nitrates, lithium, potassium, and iodine deposits were found in the Tarapacá region of Atacama. Copernicus Sentinel-2 is a 2-satellite mission to supply the coverage and data delivery needed for Europe's Copernicus program. Entertainment news of the week. Renowned author J.K. Rowling announced a brand new children's book. The Eekabog is her first children's story, independent of the fantastical world of Harry Potter. The political fairy tale is for the children during these strange, unsettling times, providing them with a daily dose of excitement. Chapters of the book are being uploaded daily on the Eekabog website till the 10th of July. The story introduced to the world King Fred the Fearless, ruler of Cornucopia, and 5-year-old Bert Beamish. It will be published as an actual book in English in November, with all author royalties going to help groups who have been particularly impacted by the pandemic, said Rowling.
Personality of the week. Headline: 3-time Olympic champion Balbir Singh Dosanjh passed away after prolonged illness on 25th May. The news in detail is as follows. Balbir Singh Dosanjh, one of the greatest hockey players known to India, was born in 1924 in Punjab to a freedom fighter, Dalip Singh Dosanjh and Karam Kaur. He was selected for the Indian men's hockey team for the 1948 Olympics in London. He went on to be a member of the Indian Olympics teams from 1948 to 1956. He was the first sportsperson to be conferred the Padma Shri Award. He has also been awarded the Major Dhyan Chand Lifetime Achievement Award of Hockey. Word of the week. Term coronavirus refers to any one of a group of RNA viruses that cause a variety of diseases in humans and other animals. Differs from coronavirus disease 2019 or COVID-19, which is responsible for the pandemic but is caused by a specific coronavirus, a severe acute respiratory syndrome, coronavirus 2 or SARS-CoV-2. Clarification: coronavirus is a broad category of viruses to which the SARS-CoV-2 belongs, and the SARS-CoV-2 is responsible for causing COVID-19, the disease. Fun fact. Headline: Most expensive book ever purchased. The news in detail is as follows. Bill Gates, perhaps one of the most renowned billionaires, bought Codex Leicester, one of Leonardo da Vinci's scientific journals, for $30.8 million. Vinci's Codex Leicester dates back to the 16th century and shows us diagrams, iterations and sketches of his ideas on water, particularly tides, eddies and dams, and the relationship between the sun, moon and the earth. Mr. Gates has put the notebook on loan to the museums for this summer, and the Codex Leicester will be put on display at the Minneapolis Institute of Arts. A closing thought. Unless you try to do something beyond what you have already mastered, you will never grow.